I need your help. That's right. Your help. I need just 2 minutes of your time. And that 2 minutes is very simply to take the email that represents the Google monthly ad spend report you get from your agency and just forward it to me. And let me give you that email address, Brian@brianpatch.com. There we go. I just need 2 minutes. Go in your email box, look where your agency sent you your monthly report for your Google ad spend, and just forward it to me to that address. Now, I will not use any of these reports publicly, but if you're using Synchro, Dealer.com, if you're using DealerRun, Pure Cars, Team Velocity, Foundation Direct, whoever you're using in your digital ad spend, I mean, there's a lot of people who are approved in OEM programs, Dealer eProcess, Dealer Inspire. I mean, the list goes on. But here's the point. I just want to see how they report your monthly spend. For example, you've been seeing some of my notes as I'm feeding my word tracks into our graphics department to finalize our groundbreaking report on the outcomes of Google Ads campaigns in 2021 in a more transparent way, in a way in which dealers will really be able to understand some of their frustrations that they've had in the past, why it's been so hard to understand which campaigns are working, and what to do about it going forward. So we have hundreds and hundreds of people already who have reserved a copy of this report. And let me actually go to the link while we're here. And if you want to get on the list to receive this report next week, that is the link that you want to use to reserve a copy of the report. And basically, the data sets have been collected by looking at hundreds of dealers' Google Analytics accounts by cooperation with folks like the team at VistaDash, Car Wars, Call Review, Call Source, Interactive Tell, also with some of the website companies like Dealer eProcess, to really understand how people are converting. What are people calling conversions? What are the outcomes of those conversions? And what can we learn about the historical bias by agencies and OEMs and OEM managed programs? Why it always seemed like spend more money on Google, spend more money on Google, spend more money on Google, stop putting money on third-party classifieds, stop advertising on television, and just spend more money on Google, spend more money on Google. Well, what you learn out, there's a time, and it stopped about 2 years ago, where the largest companies were just making millions of dollars in Google sales incentives by increasing the spend that dealers had. And so that's why the narrative was so strong. Everyone, I can safely say that my agency, PCG Digital, never took that money. And I'm not saying people who took the money did anything wrong. I'm just saying there was a quarterly meeting with agencies and Google reps. And basically it was, did you get your customers to spend more money? It wasn't, did those dollars help dealers sell more cars? It wasn't, did you have Google Ads set up properly to import all the conversions and optimize the engine? No. Were you using the right landing pages and conversion metrics? Were you measuring the outcomes of the phone calls? None of those conversations were happening as far as I've been told. What has only been is, hey, you were supposed to get your dealer spend from, I'm just using 5 million to 6 million. And if you did, you were getting a big chunk of money as a sales incentive. Okay, you hit it, great. Now, next month, I want you to get to 7 million. It's kind of pretty close to that story. So when we look at the past, now we're going to understand why other more effective sales marketing strategies were pushed aside. It's because a lot of people were making money on the back end of Google in addition to their management fee or their percentage of ad spend. Today, 2021, dealers have less inventory, but as inventory levels start to rise, how do dealers have a more effective marketing mix? And folks like Bob Lanham from Facebook recently spoke at DMSC, talk about market mix modeling. We're going to have a lot of information at the Automotive Analytics and Attribution Summit as well. Really data-driven strategies, really connecting the dots, forcing the vendor community to show how their ad tech solutions are driving more sales opportunities, not just phone calls for service or parts or the body shop or making the phone ring, but really holding people to a new metric, cost per sales opportunity, instead of cost per lead. What's a lead? Or cost per conversion? A conversion for what? So that's why I need you. I need you. Now, I put a video out last week, and honestly, I was surprised how few dealers actually responded. I've written 9 books to help you, the dealer community, educate your team. I've done hundreds of webinars, seminars, and conferences helping you, the dealer community, get better at digital marketing. All I'm asking is go into your email, look at last month or the month before or 3 months ago, or if you canceled your Google spend 6 months ago, forward me what your agency sends you that documents what your spend did. All I'm looking for is how many agencies are having conversions spelled out or inflated, how many agencies are using worthless metrics just as fluff, how many agencies are reporting outcomes. Now, so far, I haven't seen one agency report that properly documents outcomes, and there's a reason for it. There's a reason for it. It's because the ad tech community has not invested in integrating with the APIs that Interactive Tell, Car Wars, Call Review, and Call Source have to bring into monthly marketing reports, not just, hey, you got 200 phone calls for Google, but what were those phone calls about? People don't have to manually listen to phone calls anymore. Artificial intelligence, pattern recognition, speech to text, and then text analysis can pretty much tell what the call was about, which is much better than saying, hey, you got 200 phone calls and the dealer assumes they're all for sales. These are some of the observations that you'll see very clearly in the research report when it's published next week. And I want to encourage you to share that report with your agency partners, with your OEM dealer boards, with the vendor community, with the dealer community. It will be a hot topic, I think, at 20 groups this fall and early next year. And it will be the basis for some conversation at the upcoming Automotive Analytics and Attribution Summit. So I want to encourage everybody, you who are listening, I need 2 minutes of your time. Open up your email. Search for your agency. It may be Dealer On. It may be Dealer Inspire. It may be Affinitive. It may be whoever. Just look at the PDF. Most of the time it's a PDF. The PDF report that they emailed you, or a PowerPoint. Some people use PowerPoint that they sent to you, which explains what you got from your Google ad spend. That will help me frame a final conversation I want to have in regards to where our industry needs to go with reporting. So instead of asking the companies themselves to send me a report with, well, then I risk the fact that they send me an ideal report, not the common report that goes out to dealers. That's why I need your help. And again, for 16 years, I've been a dealer advocate. Now I need you, the dealers, to help me out and forward me a copy of your monthly Google Ads report. Again, it's confidential. I'm not publishing it. I'm not mentioning your name. I'm not doing anything. I'm just looking at what's Synchro doing, what's Dealer.com doing, what's Dealer On doing, what's Dealer eProcess doing, what's Affinitive doing, what's Stream doing, so that I can show how vague and how, well, wild west reports are. And of course, Google really hasn't set any standards for reporting, nor has Google done anything to make sure their agencies know how to set up conversions, make sure they're importing conversions, especially when digital retailing tools are replacing many of the traditional forms that run dealer websites, like lead forms or trade-in forms or finance applications. Those are all embedded now into digital retailing tools. And without any training, agencies might not know, very likely don't know, how to set up the new goals to make sure Google Ads fires properly, optimizes properly based on the outcomes that are being measured. This is, a big opportunity for the dealer community to reach out and help me educate everyone, the larger community. So I want to reach out. The other thing I wanted to mention is that at the upcoming Automotive Analytics and Attribution Summit, we are going to have a special preview event called the CXO Summit, the Automotive CXO Summit for CEOs, COOs, CIOs, and CMOs. I want to get together the executive leadership team of dealer groups. Now, you have to have 10 or more stores. If you manage 10 or own more than 10 stores, then you can qualify to attend the Automotive CXO Summit for free with the purchase of your AAS ticket. It's going to be on Saturday. It's going to be Saturday afternoon, and then a special VIP dinner right in Palm Beach. It's just for executives of dealer groups of 10 stores or larger. So if you fit in that category, the chief marketing officer, chief information officer, chief operations officer, CFO, CEO, president of dealer group, reach out to me for some special information on the Automotive CXO Summit. That would be on November 13th, Saturday, November 13th, the day before the AAS starts. And then, of course, with your ticket, you can attend both events. Also, I want to encourage everyone who's going to AAS to get your hotel rooms booked in advance. We have a room block, but remember, for DMSC, I told everyone the hotel will sell out. It did sell out, and people had to stay at the adjoining hotel next to the Marriott. Again, the O Hotel Resort and Spa is a 5-star, beautiful hotel. You're going to want to be there. There's going to be a lot of networking activities there, but please get your ticket. Go to automotiveattributionsummit.com. The agenda is up for Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. Now, you're going to want to come in Saturday because Sunday morning we're expanding the educational content full 3 days, and you're going to want to come in Saturday and then leave Wednesday morning. And it is the most intense, advanced summit that will help automotive retail sales, automotive retail marketing, automotive retail sales process, measurement of your success with new KPIs and a new framework to deal with uncertain and, fast-changing environments like we're seeing right now. So if you would like more information about the AAS, let me just give you a link. I'll put it in the comments here. You can check out the agenda, and the agenda is basically there with all the sessions. Now, we have sold out on keynotes. That's done. So we're going to start putting all the keynote speakers on the schedule, and then the panels. We're filling up the panels now, and workshops. There's a lot of great content that's going to be shared at the AAS Summit in November. That's 14th, 15th, 16th. And if you are a executive leader, a CXO of a dealer group of 10 stores or more, I want to invite you to the Automotive CXO Summit on Saturday. We'll have some sessions specific to dealer groups of 10 or more, and then a VIP dinner right on Palm Beach Island. It is just amazing. Oh, someone asked a question. Why just Google Ads? Don't some of the agency have reach indirectly into Facebook? Okay, great. So whoever that LinkedIn user is, this particular report, this research report that I'm releasing next week, is to do some myth busting and to level set how much it costs to generate a sales opportunity, a measured sales opportunity with Google Ads. Most agency reports take all the conversions, hard conversions, divide it by the spend and say, there's your cost per lead. But those are misleading. We have other agencies that are adding non-hard conversions, like, well, if the person visited the hours and directions page or visited a VDP, that's a conversion as well, and dividing that. And honestly, it's time to set the record straight that for years, dealers were told, cancel third-party classifieds, spend all your money on Google because you can replicate the quality and audience with Google that Cars.com or AutoTrader or CarGurus generates. And the absolute truth of the matter is, by you look at the data, is that is not true. That is absolutely not true. And the people who are heavy spenders in Google will see referral traffic from Cars.com, AutoTrader, CarGurus are net new shoppers, and the engagement from third-party classifieds is much higher, much higher than anything that your Google campaigns are generating. Plus, the reporting is so vague, no one's ever really been able to hold it out. So will there be eventually another research report on Facebook? Sure. We'd like to do research, but I think that it's time to level set why there is such a push to get dealers to spend lots of money in Google ads. And a lot of it was because of the commission structure that agencies received. Number two, why have reporting standards still in 2021 be so vague? Why are they so cryptic? Why are there no definitions that are aligned with dealer success? And this is why we're doing that research report. Of course, we don't hold any punches, and that's how we run our conferences. So really meaty conversations at the AAAS Summit. So we'll obviously have Facebook represented in the conversation. We'll be talking about OTT in the fall. We'll be talking about Facebook and Google. We'll be talking about derivative products like AutoWeb. We're going to be talking about first-party data. And, well, that's what we do. We bring the best education to the dealer network. And that's why I just, one more time, just asking, take 2 minutes. Just take 2 minutes from me. Pay it forward. Send me your last month's or the last time you did Google ads. Well, I just want to see what your agency reports on. And if you want to, fuzz out your name, and okay, that's fine. Again, I'm not using it to pitch you, and I'm not using it to publish your specific information. I just want to see, what is Synchro doing? What is Dealer.com doing? What is Affinitive doing? What is Stream doing to document to a dealer what they get from their Google Ads spend? Because I think it's time for the dealer community to get the call monitoring and management companies together with the ad tech companies, so we really can develop a true cost per sales opportunity metric instead of a conversion. And this will be a big breakthrough for optimizing campaigns to align with what dealers want to do, is sell more new and used cars. Well, that's all for now. I'm super excited for November in Palm Beach for the AAAS Summit, but I'm super excited about the two reports that I'm going to be publishing this month. So the first one is our analysis on Google SEM campaigns, and that will be out next week. And then the following week, I'm doing a special product release on our review of AutoWeb, which is a derivative product from third-party marketplaces, which, again, the data shows that third-party marketplaces are more valuable than dealers ever imagined. And now we understand why they were discriminated against when you read my report. So that's all for now. I look forward to seeing you all in November, and use the link to reserve a copy of my upcoming report.